Well, good Friday evening to you, everyone. How are you? It is good to see you, and it is good to be seen by you. Welcome, welcome, one and all, to the show. I, of course, am the one and only Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, coming to you live, loud and clear on a Friday evening from a swamp somewhere in the undisclosed wilds of sunny Central Florida. And I hope, why does that keep doing that? Turn on, stay on. Now let's see if it'll stay on this time. Anyway, so how is everybody? I hope you're doing exceptionally well. Let's see. But oh, hi, American Brad Canada, Stephen Kennedy. Good to see you guys out there. Let me ask you a favor, if you would, please. If you haven't done this already, would you please consider clicking the subscribe button and clicking the bell icon for notifications? Because, folks, I got to tell you something. We are at 9,579 subscriptions. Things have definitely jumped up in the last couple of days, and that has put a smile on the old Delver's face. I'm pretty happy about that. I talked a lot about this last night. I'm going to spare you guys a lot of the drama. I really I took a bit of a step back, both mentally and physically, and I set the I just set a goal for myself to try and figure out what the heck was going on with my channel, with its numbers and everything else, and I sorted it out. I figured out the things, at least, that I need to do to make this channel grow more consistently, let's say. I don't know that it'll be faster. I just think it'll be more consistently. And I've figured out a few things, but I'm going to talk about that a lot on Monday. As well, on Monday, I'm going to talk about the GWOC, the Great Underground Online Gaming Convention, which is coming up in April, which is a gaming convention we do every spring on Discord. We run it's an actual gaming convention. There's actual gaming events, there's guests, there's merch, there's the whole 9 yards. So we're gonna be doing a little bit of talk about that on Monday. And if you're interested in it, if you're like, hey, that sounds cool, but I don't know what you mean, how do I do that, how do I get wired into that, well, tune in Monday and we'll talk about that. Something else I also, I forgot to turn on comments. Something else I also wanted to mention was, after the GWOC, after that weekend, there will still be content coming out from me. I am taking a vacation. I'm taking an extended vacation. I'm taking the vacation that I wish I had gotten in December, basically. The channel will be in automated mode. You guys will still get videos. You guys will still get content from me, just no live streams. Basically, I'm turning this stuff off. And if I'm on the computer, it's going to be playing on my PC over there. It's not going to be live streaming, but that's not until next month. That's like the back half of next month. So that I think I do too, Brandon. Hopefully folks will stick around, but again, things have really popped up, and I have to ask something of you people. So I put together what I thought were 3 not great short videos today. I thought, okay, this is really thin on the ground, but it's something at least. And the first video I did was it was about Fourth Dimension. I read up on the TSR board game Fourth Dimension, which is this kind of chess sort of game where Go watch the short. Go watch the short. It's over on my channel. And then I was like, okay, but the second one's gonna suck. Okay. It's like this one's gonna do the usual couple of thousand views, and the second one's gonna blow goats because people are gonna see the title, and regardless of what thumbnail gets picked, people are gonna be like, I so don't care about this. So I upload the video, and in like the first hour and a half, I get 1,200 views on it. Apparently, in 1985, TSR was high on their own farts or whatever, and they released an All My Children, the soap opera, you know, All My Children. They released a board game based on All My Children, and I was like, it's TSR, it's obscure TSR history. Sure, okay. Here's the AMC board game info I was able to scrape up. 1,200 views in the first hour. Like, what? You guys just, you loved that. So thank you, I guess. I could be wrong about the numbers. I'll have to go look. Let's see. Okay, about 1,000 views in the first hour. About 1,000 views in the first hour, and it's currently sitting at 1.2 thousand. So I guess you guys liked the video about the obscure ass. I hadn't even heard of this thing. I found out about this on Board Game Geek. I want to look, like, are there some TSR war games I could be missing? And I thought Perry Mason was the weirdest one. I honestly thought Perry Mason was the weirdest one. But then when I released the other short like an hour ago, I was absolutely sure that one was going to tank because it was coming right on the heels of tonight's, well, not on the heels. I guess whatever. Just before the live stream way late in the evening. But no, you guys seem to like that one too. That again, that's 1,000 views in like less than an hour. So thank you guys for tuning in for the shorts. Thank you guys for being there for the shorts. But I can guarantee you something though, because I know this, because I found this out from YouTube themselves. You didn't get a notification about this live stream. Or no. I'm sorry. You didn't get a notification about that short. If you got notifications, it was about the first two shorts and the live stream. So yeah, obscure game, board game stuff today did real well, and I'm glad you guys watched it. I'm glad you guys tuned in for it. Yeah, we need Paul Stormberg on to give us a rundown on it, Kenneth, for sure. Yeah, Perry Mason was from like the 1950s. That was so weird. That's like saying, hey, I'm going to do a role-playing game about postal workers in Ohio in the 1940s. Like, what? Anyway, the point of all of this madness is, you guys are turning out for the channel, and I really appreciate that. I do. I appreciate every subscription. I appreciate every thumbs up, every every membership, every super chat, guys. It all means the world to me. You are stoking the fires. You are keeping the channel going, and you are why we are, like I said, 9,579 subscriptions in, and that leaves us at 421 subscriptions away from 10,000. So I'm excited about that. Susan Lucci over here, American Brad Canada. That's all I have to say. Today is kind of an important day, although we are doing proper celebration tomorrow. But today is the grandma world at the retirement home. Funny. Today is Mrs. the Dungeon Delver and I's 27th wedding anniversary. 27 years, guys. 27 years. March of 1999. I have a wedding older than some of you people. But yeah. So very good. Now her gift is on the way. God, this pisses me. How many times do you go shopping online and it's like, order in the next 5 minutes and get it tomorrow? And you're like, oh yeah, cool, let's do that. You beat bad, bing, boom, boom. And then it's like, all right, it'll be there in a week. And you're like, what? And you can't go through the process again to order the thing to find out how to get it in 3 days because you don't want to spend the money again. So yeah, her gift will be here first of the week. I, however, got one of my gifts. She got me two, apparently. And I'm getting her a couple of gifts also. She knows that. I got this. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we'll go over to cam 3. Because I'm the dungeon master, that's why. So yeah, that's I would hesitate to call this a Tervis. It's a bit more of a Stanley Cup in construction, but I don't think it's I don't think WotC sprang for Stanley Cup to make this for them. I don't think I'm not gonna turn it upside down because it's got a little bit of a beverage in it. So yeah, that's that. I apparently have another gift coming on Monday, which I will share with you guys then. We're going to lunch tomorrow at the place, a favorite place of ours here. If you're in the Orlando area, this is an unsolicited endorsement, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Thank you, Jason MD. Thank you, everyone saying happy anniversary out there. And remember, nothing says happy anniversary quite like hitting the subscribe button and the bell icon for notifications if you haven't already done that. So I do appreciate all of that, guys. But oh, that's cool, Kenneth. Our anniversary our anniversary dinner is at a local place called Fiddler's Green, which is an authentic Irish pub. Not authentic in that you can get green beer on St. Paddy's Day. It's owned by Irish expats. It has been for 30 or 40 years now. Fantastic little place. So we're going to go there for lunch tomorrow. Guinness, cider, fish and chips. She might get bangers and mash. We'll have to see. Definitely having a Scotch egg for an appetizer. So we're excited about that, and that's going to be a good time. But you know what else I'm excited for? Tonight, we are once again, if you saw the thumbnail, this is no big spoiler, but we are going to be playing Blade Runner again. We're going to start a seasonette, if you will, of Blade Runner. Different characters, new characters. We're going to make new characters just like we did the first time. And we're going to go through that system again, and do just a little short adventure. After this next seasonette of Blade Runner, will we play more Blade Runner? Will we shift to a different sci-fi game? I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But I've got somebody pinging me in chat here. But anyway, so I'm super excited about this. I hope you guys are super excited about this. It's a pretty good system. And we're going to walk through character creation here now. And I'm going to bring my players on board here. I'm going to don my headphones so we can bring them in. You'll recognize some of them. But first up, we have our newest addition to our Friday night Sci-Fi Fridays crew. He recently played Gibbs, the street speaker Gibbs, in our Blade Runner 2019 setting. Everybody, please to welcome Jason. Jason, how are you?
I'm doing all right. My camera decided to not work today.
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that, man. We have your smiling Mark 13 face at least. Yep. To see there. What a great movie that was too. Oh, yeah. Hardware. Yeah, grossly underrated film. Grossly underrated.
Hard to find too now.
It is. I have the soundtrack, and apparently that thing's like worth its weight in gold.
Huh.
Yeah, and it's like anything nowadays. It's like, oh, that soundtrack's so rare. You just go to YouTube with a scraper and download the playlist of it, because I promise it's there, and it is. But anyway, we actually, now I don't know if you watched the show, but I actually incorporated some of hardware into the last leg of our long-running Gamma World campaign.
Oh, I got to go back and see that.
Yeah,
I have such a backlog of stuff I got to catch.
It's one of those. If you knew, you knew. Watching the episodes, I'm not sure if anyone picked up on that. But speaking of a guy who knows, because he was there, I do want everybody to welcome a guy. Now, he's here on YouTube. He does the YouTube thing also. You can find him over at Yang Anzal for it's a one-stop shop. He is your FLGS when it comes to talking to comics creators, talking to artists, creating art, pop culture reviews, and so on. And he is 1/3 of the Nerd Council of Doom, along with myself and Dungeon Minister, who appears here one weekend a month when we attack society through their pop culture sensibilities. Everybody, please welcome Yang Anzal. Yang.
I was there, Gandalf, 3,000 years ago.
3,000 episodes ago. Anyway.
That's what it felt like.
It does. It seems like forever ago. I just wish we could have finished Legion of Gold. Legion of Gold would have been cool, but oh well.
What was Legion of Gold?
It was a module we were playing.
Oh, in the mountains or with the hippies?
No. Legion of Gold was when you guys were in you had the submarine. And you're at the samurai base. Yeah, all that was part of Legion of Gold. It was you, it was Kevin, it was Dooms, and it was our next Blade Runner player who has been here a really long time on Sci-Fi Fridays. As far as I'm aware, she doesn't have a YouTube channel, do some deep Googling, guys. Maybe she has an OnlyFans. Everybody, please put your hands together for Kanik.
Hey, peeps.
Hello, hello.
I'll,
Good to
I'll,
see you.
I'll save you time. There's not an OnlyFans. There's not
Dang
a
it.
YouTube channel. I know. You know, I'm trying to save the money up because I got to do the chainmail bikini if we go live. Remember?
Right, exactly. When or if there's a real guac, we will have you there as a convention bunny in a chainmail bikini.
Are we doing some Red Sonja cosplay here?
Could be.
Yeah, but I'm gonna wear something under it. I'm not gonna make the mistake. I've seen the YouTube things.
Yeah, that could pull on.
All right. So welcome everybody back to Blade Runner. So let me ask our esteemed players, do you guys have character concepts? Have you been working on characters behind the scenes? Where are we with that? Do we need to go through it again? Because I have my little my little cheat sheet that I can help you guys out with if you need.
I got a name.
Hey, that's good.
That's a start. That's usually the hardest part.
Yeah, I mean, Luke Gygax and Melf. You know, it's like, all right, give him a name.
Melf.
He's a male elf. Melf.
Melf. Yeah, all right. The only concept I've got is because we're further on in the timeline and like past the first movie and closer to the later sequel. I'm thinking I actually want to play a replicant this time.
Yes, you can. You can absolutely play a replicant, and we'll get into replicant character creation this evening. One thing I do want to point out, though, as far as the timeline, you guys are all the way in the 2049 timeline. It's not closer to. So the blackout has happened. You know, replicant night has gone down. This is the time of Officer K, the Wallace Corporation, all that sort of thing. So anyone out there in the audience, if you've only seen Blade Runner 2049, first of all, shame on you. You should absolutely watch Blade Runner and 2049. They are both equally awesome movies. Blade Runner's a little better, but 2049 is certainly a worthy sequel. But you will probably recognize some of the themes and events. And I don't know if that's going to change anyone's character concept or whatever. But in this setting, unlike the 2019 almost basic Blade Runner game that we played before, yes, you can absolutely play a replicant character, and we will go through that. Hello, Bolter Thrower, good to see you. Escape from LA already happened off screen. All right. So let me see. Now, Jason, I think you have the core rule book to hand, correct?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And I created, let me see here. I've got to check on the desktop because, again, I wasn't sure how. Let's see.
The game timeline is actually kind of weird because they set it between the two movies.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So, like, the first one happened, but the second one hasn't yet.
Well, the beautiful thing about that is I can jettison what I want and keep what I want. So,
because the dungeon master, that's why.
That's right, because I'm the dungeon master. That's why. All right, so let me see here. Where is my Here we go. Okay, so here is the quick rundown. of how we're going to do this. And you guys can consult your previous characters if you need a little bit of help creating this. I have my quick and dirty reference notes. And guys, the way we do live stream games, if you're kind of new to how we're doing our live streams, if you don't know what we're doing, if you have a question about what we're doing, ask in the chat. Okay. That's the first thing. The second thing is we roll our dice out where everyone can see it, despite the storybook nature, albeit a noir storybook of Blade Runner. We don't have scripts. We don't do table reads or any of that jazz and matazz. We play what the dice say happens is how we go. We go by the die rolls is how it works. So we'll get to creating our characters here, but I did see a question pop up, and that was from who was that? Yes, we're not playing Gamma World, Bolter Thrower, sorry. All right, so you guys remember how the characteristics work, and you know what your characteristics are, correct?
Yep.
Correct.
Okay, so you have strength, agility, intelligence, and empathy. You have basically rankings and abilities. This is more for our audience, but your rankings and abilities in the Blade Runner system are, if you have an A in an attribute, you will roll a D12. If you have a B in an attribute, you will roll a D10. If you have a C in an attribute, you will roll a D8. And if you have a D in an attribute, you will roll a D6. You have basically 3 points to spend in your attributes. And each point you spend will raise an attribute rank by 1. So if you want to say you have an agility of your starting agility is a rank C, and you want to raise it to an A, you'll take 2 of those points and raise your attribute, and then you have one point to raise any of the other 3. So we'll just go around the table, and I'll start with Jason. Jason, do you have your stats decided on?
Not yet. I'm looking up the differences for replicants here, and
so you are going replicant this time.
I'm going replicant. Replicants get 1 additional attribute increased, which must be spent on strength or agility.
Okay.
But I have one less starting promotion point, and so I start with like less rank and less money.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I haven't really decided yet, but 3 points. We all start at C, correct?
Yes, I believe so. Although I have a feeling, I just have kind of a strange feeling that empathy for replicants may start at a D. Let me see. I just want to make sure that I get this right. Your concept, human or replicant. So Canuck's going to roll to see what she is.
Canuck's an agent.
Actually, after hearing that, I'm going to stay with human.
You're going to stay with human. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I don't want to do all kinds of adjustments. That's kind of why I waited so long in Gamma World to play something other than a human.
Okay. And we are starting you guys off as seasoned. You're not veterans yet, but you have seen some time on the force. So we're going to start you off as seasoned. Starting attributes. Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing on the matter of empathy about replicants having one less point of empathy. I might have done that if I were the rules designer, but it's not in the rules, so we will play by the rules as much as we can.
Unless you want to make it a house rule, because your game.
No, you know what? I think there's enough there's enough going on that we needn't throw an extra in there. So so you're working on your stats. Yang, do you know what you're going to do as far as stats? And are you going human or replicant?
I would not be a dirty skin job. Human, of course.
Human, okay.
I prefer the term artificial person myself.
Do you have your stats sorted though, sir? You know, we're not rolling dice yet, so I'm gonna put us in mosaic view there. Little nicer.
American.
I'm sorry.
Am I back? Oh, okay, there we
go. So yes. What are you what are you thinking as far as your stats layout? Are you still debating that?
Well, I am not a replicant. I am doubling down on empathy. I'm going for A, and I'm going to take a B in intelligence.
Okay, so agility and strength. You're going with just the season. Okay,
that's for the fake people.
All right.
Wow.
Damn.
Man.
Along famously.
Okay.
It's a body
Kuma Matata here.
All right. So then so we have some stuff that we didn't really use in our play example. I thought the play example was going to be 2 sessions, and you guys stretched it out to what, 5?
Something like that.
So there's a couple of other things that we want to go over, and the first is promotion points. So let's see. So promotion points. Promotion points basically determine how it's kind of like it represents your money, your place in the world, your standing in the world, like how many points you have to spend on any gear that isn't issued by the police, where you live, what your budget is like, that sort of thing. And as veterans, as veteran investigators, you all get, let's see here. Your promotion points are all D6. So we can roll that now if we want to. Jason, do you want to roll your promotion points? But you get 1 less. So you could actually start out with 0 promotion points.
Discriminatory, I say.
Absolutely. Crimea River synthezoid.
My tears and rain.
There you go. So 2 promotion points. Promotion points.
I'm one of the good ones.
One of the good ones. Okay. You only get a little graffiti spray painted on the steel fire door that defines the entrance to your apartment. All right. Canik, do you want to roll a D6 for your promotion points? You are not at -1. You are a human.
Certainly.
You have 5 promotion points. You're fairly well healed and connected. All right, Yang, how about your character?
There we go.
6 promotion points.
Nice.
You put some good out in the universe and you get some good back. Okay. Now, the next thing, and I have no idea what this means because we kind of glossed over it, is something called Chinyen.
That's money.
That is money. Okay.
That is the money of this game universe. Yeah.
All right. So yes, it's right there. Chinyen points. You roll a die set by your archetype to determine the number of Chinyen points you get at the start of the game. This amount is then modified by your years on the force. These represent any savings you might have to scrape together during your career. Replicants start with 1 less Chinyen point to a minimum of 0. All right, Jason, how much Chinyen do you have?
Okay, let's see. What do I roll again? Another D6?
Chinyen for a veteran, I think, is a D6.
Minus.
No, actually, for season, I said you guys were veterans, but for seasoned,
Yeah, seasoned.
Yeah, you actually do not. You do not have any extra or negative on your Chinyen point, and I think it's just a D6.
Okay. 1 anyway.
You have no Chinyen. All right, Catherine Bright.
Okay. One as well.
So you get a 1. Oh, but Jason, also remember, so Jason, roll a D6 and add 1, and that's how many years you've been on the force.
1, 6.
So your Chinyen total is 4.
Okay.
All right. So you do have Chinyen. And Kanek, you rolled a what?
A 1.
A 1. Okay. So roll a D6 and add 1.
Okay. 4.
You have been on the force for 4 years, and your Chinyen is a total of 5. Yang, roll a D6 and add 1.
6.
Dang. All right. So you have Chinyen of 7.
Nice.
The universe is smiling on you, my friend. All right. So that is both your rank, your Chinyen, and what was the other one? How long you've been on the force?
Oh, sorry. Should I roll another D6 for how long I've been on the force?
No. That was what you just rolled for. That was what I had you roll the D6 for. So your promotion points, your Chinyen, and everything else is now determined for your characters. So Kanek, have you figured out where you want your attributes to be yet?
Yeah, I'm going to stay with the same that I had with Riley, adding 1 to strength and 2 to intelligence.
All right. And Jason, how about your character?
I went ahead and because last time I put it all in empathy, but this time I am a grunt skin job. So I put my extra point in strength. So that's an A12. Agility is an A12. And intelligence and empathy are staying at C for the 8.
You really are a musclehead. Okay. All right.
That's the way they built me.
That's the way they built you. All right, so we have determined starting attributes, promotion points, Chinyen points. You each have a specialty, and we'll get to specialty at the appropriate time. You each have the same skills, not the exact same skills, but the same number of skill points with which to buy your skills. So, Jason, do you know what class you are going to play?
Well, last time I was a talker. This time, since I put everything in physical, I'm looking at the enforcer.
Okay. All right. So while you do that, let's scroll down and let's take a look at the enforcer and what your skill sets would be. Enforcer.
Key skills: hand-to-hand, stamina, and firearms.
Very good. Okay. So those are your key skills. Let's see. That is not okay. My PDF is a little skewed on actual pages versus. All right, and you have one specialty. Do you want to roll roll a D3 for it rather? It says roll a D3.
How do you do a D3 on this?
Oh, you could just do a D6 and we'll divide by
Okay.
divide whatever it is by 2.
Because I'm just looking at the dice icons on the bottom. It's like they just have the standard 3, so that'd be 3, 4, which would be 2.
Yes. Okay. So your specialty is killer. I'm really glad I ran the whatever happened to Mary
Yeah.
scenario last time. Give me the child, Mary. I just want to sing him a lullaby. Rip. Just reaches over and tears her head off. Okay. Do you want to roll for appearance, or do you just want to pick your appearance? That's fine if you do.
Let's just see. Back to that.
Okay. And so you know what your key skills are.
You have only 2 outfits: gym clothes and riot gear.
All right, so let us go. You consider your skills for a moment. Yang, do you have we have your Chinyan. Do you know what you're going to play? You're going to play what class you're going to play, rather?
Maybe. Well, I am not sure. I was thinking of Inspector, but there was another one that was like more focused on schmoozing people, but I can't remember which one that was.
So that
Inspector.
Well, that, I mean, that could be city speaker. That was what Jason played in our last session. I'm not being a smart aleck. You could go with Doxy.
Doxy?
Yeah. So the Doxy.
Sure.
The Doxy, that's on. So let's see. You always know what to say: body language, eye contact, vocal tones, body temperature, pulse rate, even scent. Every detail is another window into your subject's state of mind. Earlier models use this data to serve a person's needs. You serve only the law. Now those same signals enable you to detect and project anything you want, anything the case demands. Your hyper-awareness and self-control enable you to manipulate every fiber of your being, convincing others to trust you, to fear you, to betray all they hold dear just to see you smile. You pity them. What hope could they have against something like you? Even still, it could be worse for them. Words are not your only weapons. You are a prime physical specimen born with 10 lifetimes of lethal black ops training in close combat, infiltration, assassination, with flawless grace, dexterity, and athleticism, which your character does not have. You have put all of yours into talking. Let's get. I think city speaker is your thing. Speak long enough to the city and it speaks back to you. You've got rats in every gutter, pigeons on every rooftop, urchins in every port. You've lived and sinned with them since you were kids. So when you come around, they see only the face they trust, not the badge you've never shown. Working undercover these many years, the lines blurred long ago. Only judges can say what's right anymore. You're here to stop what's wrong. The fugitives, terrorists, traffickers, hate mongers, and cop killers preying upon the city, hiding and thriving in the Moscows where only the downtrodden roam. Irrational is go ahead.
I'll take that one.
Okay. All right. So your key skills, these are not your only skills, but your key skills are mobility, connections, and insight.
Okay.
Just make a note. Do you want to pick your specialty or roll for your specialty? Gutter rat, hardened, or origami?
I'll roll for it.
All right. So D6 divided by 2.
$1.5.
So that is hardened.
Hardened. Okay.
You're hardened. And again, you can pick appearance if you want. We will leave you to contemplate this, and we'll come back. Yeah. Hey, Tonka Todd. Haven't seen you in a hot minute. We are playing Blade Runner. Dungeon Dad 2909. Good to see you too. All right. So, Kanik, do you know what you're going to be? You're going to be a
doing a quick thing. It looks like analyst.
Okay.
If I'm going to go with the medical again.
All right. So let's see here. Analyst. All right. That is on page. You are the master of the crime lab. Streetwise hunch chasers with their VK briefcase and blasters are the past. Book smart fact finders like you are the future. Chemistry, pathology, ballistics, criminology, microbiology, toxicology, morphology. These are your blasters, and all you need to crack the case is your lab, coffee, and some personal space. As a forensic specialist, you methodically and meticulously agonize over every bit of evidence. You can wring the truth from a crime scene with a trace sweep and a cursory glance. And when you're in the lab, you're a god, running countless tests with cutting-edge tech like an orchestral conductor. Sure, the job forces you to interact with others more than you'd like. People only make sense to you on the autopsy table, and while you have infinite patience for research, you reserve little for bureaucracy and stupidity. Facts rarely make friends with obtuse systems and minds. In truth, few will ever understand your genius, but most appreciate it enough to keep the scene clean for you. The relics can't close a case without you, but they can keep the glory. You'll keep the corner office with central air, unlimited espresso, and the sexiest tech money can buy. Your key skills are going to be observation, medical aid, and tech. Do you want to roll for specialties or choose?
I'd like to choose.
All right. You have gearhead, insider, or scientist.
Scientist.
Okay. And appearance, you can just choose that. All right. So let's head back. I know what that means, ABC. Tobias Funk, the world's first analyst and therapist. Oh, God. Okay. So, Jason, are you ready to buy some skills? Have you got the skills?
They are bought.
They are bought. Excellent. Then let's go through the life path, shall we?
All right. Let's see what my fake memories are.
All right. And one thing we're going to do in this that we didn't do before is signature item, which I think is kind of fun. That is more of a free league system touch than it is something in Blade Runner. But I think you could make examples of it in Blade Runner, you know, Leon's desire for the photographs, for example. All right. So Let's do the key memory. Roll a d6. When did it happen?
When did they say it happened?
When did they say it happened?
3.
When you were a young teen, the event defined your view of the adult world. So 3 years ago.
Yeah, basically. Or
All right.
somebody manufactured a teen.
Exactly. The memory bank cooked one up for you. That nice young lady in the white dress with the memory lens sphere. All right. So where did they say it happened? Roll a d12. $11. In a foreign land, surrounded by crowds speaking a language you didn't understand. All right. Roll another d12. Who was there?
Typing this stuff down so I don't forget it later. 12 again. 1.
Your parents.
Okay.
Niander Wallace watching you slide out of the baggie. All right. And another d12. What happened? Is that another one? That is another one. You saw something extraordinary that you cannot explain. You saw something you people wouldn't believe. How did it make you feel? Last d12 roll.
Okay. Ooh.
Lost. It made you feel lost. Okay. Do you want to jump to key relationships or pass the stick over to Yang and let him?
Let's pass the stick while I try to flesh out these problems.
All right. Okay, Yang. Key memories. Roll a d6. This happened some years back.
Okay.
Roll a d12. It happened in the derelict housing projects of the Los Angeles Hills.
Okay.
All right. Roll a d6 again. Some years ago in the derelict Los Angeles project hills. I'm sorry, a d12. I said a d6. I meant a d12.
Oh, I don't know what happened there.
All right, we'll take the d12. Who was there? Your parents. All right, give me another d12 roll. What happened? You were psychologically abused.
Okay.
And how did it make you feel? That's another d12. This is
12,
the last one.
right.
Bold. So,
ready?
Some years back, in the derelict housing projects of the Los Angeles Hills, your parents were there. You were psychologically abused, but it made you feel bold. May not have been them psychologically abusing you. They just could have been there. All right. Then let's kind of keep the cadence going, and we'll go with Kennick. Do you have things sorted enough that you want to do the key memories track?
Sure. They're all 12s, right?
No, the first one is a D6. The first one is
Oh,
a
okay.
D6. A2. This happened during childhood, and you remember it like it was yesterday. Now roll a D12.
Okay. Ooh.
D12. This happened somewhere in the off-world colonies. Roll another D12. Who was there? An LAPD cop. What happened? You saw something extraordinary that you cannot explain. And how did that make you feel? One more D12 roll.
Sorry, I was writing it down.
That's okay. So that is jaded, by the way. When you
Another
were a small child, somewhere in the off-world colonies, you saw an LAPD cop when you witnessed something extraordinary that you can't explain. But overall, the event made you feel jaded. Alrighty. Jason.
Yes.
Are you ready for key relationships?
Why, yes. Yes, I am.
All right. First up, this actually is 3 rolls, and it's all D12s.
Okay.
So first one, who is it?
Eight.
Ace, your superior. What is your relationship like? D12.
Yeah, I clicked on 2 of them. 3.
Passionate. And what's going on? That's another D12.
A very good question. There's a 9.
Their life is in danger.
Ooh.
So we'll have to put a pin in that. That's something I, as a game master, can have fun with if this second seasonette goes on long enough. Yang, it's time for the relationship table, my friend.
All right.
Roll a D12. 11. This is a doxy. What's your relationship like? Roll a D12. Only in your head.
Nice.
I believe that is called unrequited. And what is what is going on in this relationship?
Another D12.
Yes. They want something from you. Of course she wants something from you. She's got to have you, right? That's what's going on, right?
Obviously.
Oh my gosh.
Obviously, she's in love with you. And you love her just as much. Okay.
And this is a flagrant HR violation.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Blade Runner HR division. You have to go and take the Voight Karen test.
It's the young and the replicants, folks.
All right. Kedek, let's roll that relationship table. Roll a D12.
All right. I hope I don't get the same. That would be scary.
All right, that is a 2. It is a sibling. What is your relationship with them?
Oh goodness, this could go so bad. Is that another 12?
Yep. Only in your head. They're like,
okay, that's a little better.
Whatever. That's kind of an odd one. But your sibling doesn't even know you're alive. You're in a fight about something. Okay. This is entirely one-sided. You're as mad as hell at them, and they're like, I don't think about you at all. It's like, you joined the police department. We went on different tracks. All right. Or maybe
Totally okay with that.
Okay. So we've done relationships, bless you. We've done relationships. We've done memories. You guys have your skills arranged now?
Oh, sorry. I had a question about that. The skills. So you said I had mobility, insight, and connection.
Uh-huh.
Are those mandatory, and are those the only 3 that get upgraded, and how much?
Those. So let's see here. That's a good question. So let's talk about key skills. Get to where I need to be for key skills. You can assign skill levels in any way you want, but all the key skills listed by your archetype must be at C level or higher. So you have to have those skills. They're mandatory buys at a C, and you have 10 points to buy skills.
10 points. Okay. And sorry, isn't the floor C?
No, the floor is D.
Oh.
I thought because we were seasoned, it was C.
No, that's your attributes.
Okay.
Okay, so basically then, if I want to go up to A, that costs me 3 points.
Yes, and you have 10 points to spend. So here are your skills. Strength skills are force, hand-to-hand combat, and stamina. Agility skills are firearms, mobility, and stealth. Intelligence skills are medical aid, observation, and tech. And empathy skills are connections, manipulation, and insight.
All righty. Let me see. 1, 2, 3.
Does Yang have a drop dead Fred situation?
Oh, hang on 1 second here. Need to think about this a little bit.
Okay, that's fine. Jason, did you say you had your skills sorted already?
Yes, I did.
All right, while Yang's sorting that out, let's go over here and let's talk about, let's see. Oh, I am way up further than I wanted to be. Skill levels, memories, relationships. Do you have a signature item, or do you want to roll a signature item? Now, note, a signature item does not necessarily have to be something that you carry around all the time. It can be something that you come back to, something that you visit, something that's in your home.
Oh yeah, because last time it never got used, but Gibbs had a artificial koi fish at home.
Right.
Let's roll for it.
All right, D12.
D12. 12 will be interesting. 9.
A 9. A cheap souvenir. A cheap souvenir. I will let you decide what that is. Is it a snow globe of Los Angeles? Is it a Los Angeles Rams key ring? Is it a I Love LA t-shirt? You'll have to decide. All right, Canic. Do you want to choose or roll your signature item?
I'll choose. I'm going to go with a charm bracelet.
You're going to go, well, that would be, I guess we can go with that. That would probably, a necklace would cover that. So.
So what were my primary skills that I want to focus on? Sorry.
As a, let's see.
Analyst.
As an analyst.
I believe that'd probably be observation.
Let's see.
Well, I knew the medical and the observation. I just couldn't remember the rest.
As an analyst, your skills are observation, medical aid, and tech are your 3 that you must have at a C rating and no lower. So just go through and allocate your skills. Yang, have you got your skills allocated?
Yes.
All right. Did we just decide on your signature item?
Not mine.
No, okay.
I will roll if that's possible.
You decided on mine.
All right. That's right. Okay. So signature item.
What am I rolling for?
D12.
What? D12.
Yes.
9.
A 9. Okay. And that is a cheap souvenir.
Hey.
There you go. It can be, you can describe it as virtually anything. It's just something silly that you got. Now, here is what signature items actually do. They're not just flavor text. In addition to your normal gear, you also have a signature item, a small item that's not much practical use, but has sentimental value to you and says something about your character. Your signature item is usually connected to your key memory, your key relationships, or both. Signature items can be carried, but they can also be stationary, like a tombstone or a stool at your favorite bar. By interacting with your signature item in some way, you can, once per game session, use it to immediately recover 1 point of stress. You can choose your signature item freely or roll on the table below. So basically, prayer beads, a worry stone, the photograph of your mom, your wedding ring,
Chuck E. Cheese token.
Chuck E. Cheese token. That's, good memories back in the 2020s when you were a kid of going to Chuck E. Cheese and getting one of those cheap little holographic video games that plays like one game for an afternoon and then breaks. But you have the token, and that's what counts. Okay, so that's done. You know what? Just for the heck of it, let's go ahead and roll for home. Let's roll for home. That's a D12.
Okay. Who's going first? Me again?
Jason, yeah, we'll start with you. It's the direction you've been going.
Oh. 1.
A sparsely furnished LAPD housing apartment in Sector 5, small and claustrophobic.
And that's all they'll spare for the skin job.
That's right. Yang, go ahead and roll it. Or, go ahead and roll it.
Sorry, you said D6, right?
D12.
D12, all right.
In a cluttered warehouse off Anemoid Row, hidden from prying eyes, you have an industrial loft place.
Yes.
All right. Yang, Kenneth, go ahead and roll a D12 for your Blade Runner home.
Woohoo.
A sparsely furnished LAPD housing apartment in Sector 5, small and claustrophobic.
Hi, neighbor.
Hi.
All right. And there's actually something about those on page 111 of the rule book. So let's see.
I've got retirement in mind, so I'm going cheap.
Maybe say pension. Retirement is a loaded word in this universe.
Yeah, please don't say retirement.
Yeah, I suppose pension.
I'm kind of not liking that much.
Of course, I'm human, so it doesn't bother me.
One thing I am going to dispense with, though, guys, is one piece of their game lore, and that is that, oh, the world collapsed so bad the UN had to step in and take over the running of America. No, no, it did not. The UN can't keep 2 platoons of soldiers in Sierra Leone from committing crimes against humanity. They're not going to run a nation of, in the Blade Runner universe, about 500 million people. That, I'm sorry, no.
You realize this is a universe where Atari is still a thing, right?
Yeah, but there's some stuff that is too far for my suspension of belief.
Atari was cool. What are you talking about?
No, I loved it, but like that it was it's all over the place in 2019.
Yeah.
And there's a giant Atari logo that K flies by in 2049.
Yes.
The thing is, Apple didn't want to pay to be in the movie.
Which is ironic because 2 years later they begged Ridley Scott to direct their commercial.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like Reese's Penises and Taco Bell.
Reese's what?
Reese's what? All right, no more box
pieces.
That's not what you said.
I was very fast. Sorry, my bad.
We heard what you said.
We totally heard what you said.
Yes.
A Freudian slip is when you say one thing and mean your mother.
It's just
my mother.
On so many levels.
Let
me tell you about my mother. There you go. All right. All right. Home sweet home. Welcome to your LAPD provided apartment. Free of charge. Sure, it's a small studio in one of the countless cookie cutter housing complexes. Every studio on the block probably looks just like yours. You're not exactly spoiled with square footage either. The entire studio is one open room with little more than a kitchen in the back and living room that doubles as a bedroom. The place is so small that your dog has to wag his tail up and down. No, the place is so small that the closet could technically classify as a second bedroom by comparison. Even still, it's certainly much nicer than you could afford on your salary, and it's not without its perks. It's one of the few places with a full kitchen and private bathroom. It's decked out with the LAPD exclusive amenities, a personal Esper terminal, emanator ceiling mount, even a spinner pad on the top floor, though for emergency use only. You were even lucky enough to score a balcony, and while you're not above the 100th floor, you're not street level either. And every time you stare out upon the city, that ledge, every time you stare out upon the city on that ledge, watching as the city breathes and spinners soar by above and below, it's hard not to feel above the shit, even if only for a second. All said and done, it's a private slice of heaven, considering what most people in the city have to call home. So there you are. That is that is your quarters, as it were. So
no welcome mat on my doorstep.
No welcome mat.
What about the loft?
The industrial loft. So let's see.
The mat
I think we're hanging out at your place, Yang.
Yang's house.
He's got the money, so he's probably got pool tables and all sorts of alcohol.
Yeah, the good stuff even.
It's got a loud sign on the door.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've got a fair amount of living space, a little bit more than the LAPD provided apartments that some of your coworkers have. But it's limited by the fact that you basically had to pay a good chunk of your salary to have various bits of GOMI brought up and nailed in place, because most of it is unfit to live in. Like, you know how in Blade Runner, when Rutger Hauer is chasing Deckard through JF Sebastian's apartment, and suddenly they're in a building that is literally molding apart.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of what's around your living space.
Okay.
So you have some expansive space, and but it's there's days when that Braun air filtration unit that you have to have going 24/7 is wheezing at the amount of mildew and stuff it's trying to clean out of the air where you live. So
I think his side hustle is going to be throwing raves.
Nice.
All right. So, I think that's just about it for character generation. As far as equipment goes, let's see. Because, like I said, when we played the short session, we kind of glossed over stuff. And let's see. How small is it? So small. How small is it? Your doormat just says, well. It's so small you have to step outside just to change your mind.
Yeah, I've had apartments like that. I had one apartment where the shower was next to the fridge.
Yeah. Yeah. I had for a brief year or so when the missus and I were just roommates. I basically had a couch and a section of wall in the living room. And the section of wall was the entertainment center that I moved in with, and a desk for a computer. That was what I had. So, all right.
I think said standard issue gear is on 35.
35, yes.
Oh, badge. That's nice.
Yes. So
Says we get a spinner.
All right. So, if you head over to what page are we on? Page 163. And if you don't have your book in front of you, just let me know.
I do not.
Yeah, I do not.
You do not. Okay.
I'm paging.
Okay. 160, what did I say? 163. You have the LAPD resource request. So your promotion points are not all spent at once. You can basically ask for, like, perfect example. You can ask for a request warrant or an arrest warrant. You can request a request warrant. You have to have the connection skill, but the turnaround is instant. You'll either get it or not. But something like a meeting with a governor or federal officials is 3 points, and it requires a connections roll. Rare equipment. I want a Tacticoma. I want an armored I want an armored spinner with a minigun turret and an AI booster. That's you want that. That's a day or more and requires 3 promotion points.
Did you say
you get what I'm saying?
I want one.
I'm sorry?
You say Tacticoma? Because I want one.
I did say Tacticoma.
Ah. Don't tease me.
I mix and match, man. I mix and match. So where is the equipment? Because I want you guys to be able to pick out some equipment, not just stuff not just your wish list. What page is that? See.
I think that's just beyond that. Tools of the trade, starting at 174.
174. Okay, so. All right. And do we have a an actual table of gear? No, there's actually not a shopping table in here.
Not really. There's the guns start on 178.
Yeah, there's the guns, but that's more of a like here's kind of what they are and kind of what they do, less than this is what they cost.
184 is close combat weapons, protective gear, and explosives and projectiles.
There we go. Okay, there is a cost. My mistake. Okay, so Blade Runners aren't the one-man slaughterhouses they used to be. Sure, retirement bloodhounds still get bonuses for body counts. The LAPD's new marching orders are requiring more non-violent arrests. Barring rare exceptions of self-defense and public safety, no replicant can be retired without a retirement order and the prerequisite due process. However, Blade Runners have been leveling up for their close combat and conflict resolution skills with more non-lethal weapons and non-lethal means and methods. However, using police staples like truncheons, tonfa, and bracers is a surefire way to blow your cover, so Blade Runners have a penchant for concealed weapons and common street tricks to defend themselves. Brass knuckles, pack a punch, and you'd be surprised how a decent zip tie cuffs a perp in a pinch. All right. So I think instead of subjecting our audience for the last half an hour of the show tonight, unless you guys are getting ready to pumpkin because it is 11 o'clock. How are you guys doing?
I'm okay.
I'm okay, but I don't have a life.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm kind of sleepy, but
all right,
we'll muddle through it.
That's because you're only human.
All right.
I had enough coffee today.
All right, so we're going to assume standard police gear like we did last time. Nothing exotic. We can get into that in the in-between between now and the next time. So it is July of 2049. It is an uncharacteristically hot afternoon. Sun is beating down through the thin yellowish clouds of smog. The air scrubbers have been doing a treat. You can actually see strips of blue sky these days. Some people are even talking about fanciful things like potable water just coming out of a wall tap. But you might be a little bit cynical and I'm sorry.
That's crazy talk.
Yeah. No, that's my cousin, Crazy Talk. We're all a little worried about him. So you're having a lunch. You are enjoying a bite to eat at a little sushi stand outside. You're going over some recent cases. You've had a fairly quiet time. No recent retirements to worry about. The only Nexus 8 that you've encountered these last couple of months was a Asian body model type who was he raked gravel into patterns in one of those gardens and trimmed the trees. And when he saw you guys come along, he just came along quietly. So you may have even felt a little bad about it. Jason, what's your character's name?
Well, in fitting with the Blade Runner 2045 setting, I just have the one letter and a bunch of numbers after it.
Okay.
Her name.
Do you want me to pick you a letter, or do you have one?
I got it. It's J-8675-309.
Oh,
Jenny.
of course. Inspector J, or Enforcer J, I guess I should say. Enforcer J. You're celebrating the fact that you have gone through another 48-hour, well, I guess it would probably be 72-hour tour and a successful baseline. You were cracking those things off, and they handed you your paycheck, and you walked out of there knowing full well that every person on the other side of that glass had a sawed off loaded with deer slugs, ready for you to
Just
flinch,
waiting for me to snap.
just waiting for you to say something out of variance.
Yeah. By the way, when you said you thought that the empathy was lower for replicants, it's not. It's the resolve.
Okay.
Yeah, you figure them as resolve like normal, but you subtract 2 from the total. So
Okay.
I have less resolve than everybody else.
All right. Okay, so Mason, Catherine, and Enforcer Jay, you guys are standing there. You're enjoying a meal. There's the city banter in city speak, and a dozen polyglot languages around you. You've got your little wax cartons of Kirin. It's end of tour for all of you. How you all feel about each other, I'll leave that up to yourselves, but you're at least comfortable enough to stand there at this umbrella covered kiosk under the bright and sunny hot Los Angeles day, enjoying your sushi, enjoying your beers. Hot day, cold beers. You've got the next 36 hours to yourselves. Honestly, what could be better? What could be better? And suddenly, rising above the sound of the din, there is some very, very, very angry sounding shouting, high pitched, sounds like multiple female voices. Just a slight glance, you're prepared to ignore it when something glass shatters, something heavy in glass shatters, and there's a scream. You look over in that direction. There is a petite blonde woman turning to sprint out of a knot of people, and an arm reaches out and grabs her by the hair and drags her back in. And you proceed to hear, "Oh no, you don't!" followed by slaps and smacks and so on. So what is Jay doing?
Jay hears this, instantly jumps up, drops whatever food and or drink they are currently enjoying, and runs toward the fracas and shouts to anybody in the shot, "Somebody call it in."
Okay. What is Catherine Bright doing?
She'll call it in.
Thank you.
Fair enough. You take out you unzip your mobile bag and pull out the handset, 911 dash, cops can put a stinger on a phone call so they know it's not just, some random calling it in. So that's what you're doing. What is Mason Stone doing?
I think Mason is going to follow Jason, but he's more like fast walking, and he's got the food with him.
Okay. All right. So you've still got your styrofoam tray of sweet and sour shrimp balls and white rice, and your carton of beer in your hand as you're walking over.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So you get over there, Jason. Your movement is able to take you there in a short round. There are 5 women. I'm going to say, yeah, your character's not unfamiliar with this. These are filles de joie.
Okay, my character may not be unfamiliar with it, but I have no idea what you.
These are they engage in the in the commerce of human companionship. And they are very very unhappy with apparently the woman that they grabbed and is lying on the ground and is taking quite the thrashing from them. You can see she looks up at you and her expression is one of absolute panic. She's got a bloody nose already, and she is being she's being thrashed by these other five. Whoops. Sorry about that. So, what do?
I want to grab the nearest one to me and just like yank them back as hard as I can against one of the walls to try to start breaking this up.
Okay, it's kind of an open area, but yeah, you can definitely sling her back. I'm going to say because she is focusing on this, as soon as you like put your hand on her, she turns around and gives you a hateful look and starts to open her mouth to probably to tell you to keep your hands off of her. But she doesn't have time to. So give me a movement strength roll.
Movement? You mean mobility? It's mobility, agility.
No. I'm sorry. Is it force and strength?
Strength force. Yeah.
Strength force. Give me a strength force roll.
Okay.
I know what I wanted. I just couldn't remember the skill name.
We have a 7, so that's one success.
So one success. So you don't send her flying, but you definitely yank her back, and this gives pause to the others. Now, describe Jay for me, if you would. Is he the lean, athletic, track runner kind of athlete? Is he a linebacker, Lyle Alzado kind of guy? What
again? Jay is she.
She. I'm sorry, she.
She. You can tell she's well defined muscularly, but not huge. Really, okay. All around like good, like maybe like a triathlete, like very well rounded.
Okay. Built for speed and endurance, and not just the short beat down.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of them is holding a cylinder in her hand. You can tell it's probably some kind of chemical deterrent, and she glances up at you. I'm guessing you're not wearing any kind of a badge, any uniform, anything like that.
No, it's the sweat. It's the gym clothes.
Yeah. She says, "Pack it, bitch. This isn't any of your business. This little skin job's working the wrong side of the street, aren't you?" And she kicks her in the hip, and the woman on the ground screams.
Well, this skin job is just got off a shift in the Blade Runner department. But I forgot my badge, which means I kind of don't have to follow orders right now.
You, Mason, you get over there right about the time you hear Jay telling these women that she's in the Blade Runner department. And Catherine, you've called this in now. Are you just standing there at the table eating and watching, or did you go over there?
No, I'll wander over there, but I'll take my food and drink too.
Okay. All right. You're about a half step behind, but you're kind of close enough to
Mason will get over there and he'll say, ladies, is this really necessary?
All right. So let me see here. You look at the skills. We're going to engage in an opposed roll here and see whether or not that puts her off, because you don't have a badge.
And you probably got one in his on the inside of his jacket.
Oh no! I'm sorry. I meant for Jason.
Oh. Yeah, I don't have my badge on because enforcement is usually like a full uniform.
Yeah.
Thing.
So let's see. Oh, you know what? I have my skills right here. So we're gonna do. We're gonna call this. It's kind of a mind thing going on. So we're gonna do. Your manipulation versus her insight. So she's going to get a D. Actually, she's going to get a D8 and a D10, which may be good for her. So go ahead and roll it, Jason.
That's not me. That's Yang.
No, she's reacting to you. You've just said that they.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Because he was coming in like, ladies, is this necessary? I thought they were referring to him. Okay, so manipulation. Okay, this is great because that's my crap.
Well,
that's the dump stat. Both of them are C's. Oh.
Okay.
One short on both dice.
Okay. She says, "You ain't got no badge." Yang, you speak up. And what is your manipulation?
It's a B.
It's a B. Give me a manipulation roll as you're trying to diffuse this situation.
And that is in combination with empathy, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that is an A and a B.
An A and a B. A whole bunch of successes. All right. So they see you come over and you're dressed better than
totally
the sweatsuit here, and you're putting it on, and they kind of step back a little when they see you walk up, and the girl on the ground gets up and she's touching her cheek and her lip, which is split, and looking around, getting to her feet. And Mouthy Mona there, who had smarted off to you, says, "Yeah, well, if you're one of them, tell her to get back in her robot hole." And she points up the street. There's a parlor, a little love hotel up the street. She says that to Jay.
Nope.
Yeah, this here street's for people, says another one of them.
Well, Mason will say, now, all this harsh talk is bad for business. You're going to scare off all the customers. Why don't you just let us, we'll just take her with us. No harm, no foul.
All right. It's about then that a police spinner pulls in overhead, and you can hear over the downdraft blast of the lift fans, just kind of the perennially bored uniform cop voice. What the hell's going on here? They all just kind of look up and begin to just sort of move back. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jason.
So like, what's going on here? I immediately go, assault.
All right. Let's see. Even though it's daylight, I mean, a xenon search lamp on this thing is. He just literally picks one of them at random and says, "Stop right where you are. Put your hands where we can see them. Don't move. The rest of you get lost." The spinner lands and he looks around. He looks at you three. All right. Which one of you is bright?
That would be me.
All right. Congratulations, you called it in. He reaches back into the spinner, hands you a data pad. and then walks over to her. All right, hands where I can see them. You have the right to not speak. Not speaking is not a profession of innocence, nor is it a profession of guilt. Whatever you choose or not, or whatever you choose to say will be used by you by the court system.
Is he saying this to the woman that was beaten?
No, he's saying this to the one that he just like picked out and told to freeze, and the rest scattered because he's not. It's rapidly creeping up towards 100 degrees. He is not chasing the rest of these women down.
Catherine's like going crazy on the pad, just typing everything in. That's
all right.
That's her performance area.
All right. So yeah, he puts the plastic cuffs on her, puts her in the back, and he's like, "Hey, cheer up. My spinner's air conditioning is working today." He turns around and looks at G3. Is that it? Anybody draw a blade? Any
Nope.
weapons? Anything?
Nope.
Not
so I
yet.
finished the report, and then I hand the pad back to him.
Alrighty. Well, I'll take the boxer here downtown and get her booked in. You guys want the credit on this collar? Big takedown in District 3. Have a better one.
Is it even worth anything? Really?
No, it's not.
That's what I thought.
Have a cold one for me. He climbs in and they zip off, and this girl's just kind of pushing herself up, and her eyes are lowered. Thank you. She's wiping the blood away. She's picking a few odds and ends up off the ground that spilled out of her handbag. She's not unattractive. I mean,
Hey, Catherine's going back to eating and drinking.
Okay. What's Mason doing?
He's been eating the whole time, so he's probably licking his fingers to get the last of that sauce.
Jesus.
And he'll say to her, "So, out of curiosity, as I understand things, each group has their own area. What brings you into this area?"
She kind of looks in the direction that three of them had scattered. Just with a faraway look, she says, "They know I work at Dreams."
Would Mason know? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's a love hotel. She says, they know I work at Dreams. I just had a break in my shifts, and through the stairwell skylight I could see blue sky, and I wanted to come out and see it without looking at it through the glass. And someone walked up to me and started talking to me, and I started talking to him, and I wasn't really thinking about work. I wasn't thinking about work at all. And the next thing I know, they were chasing me up the street, screaming at me to get back inside, that I didn't belong with people. And they're right, I don't. It wasn't my place to be out here. Thank you, though. She's like holding her lip together and putting a little dab of glue there to get it back. She's like, it was stupid of me. I'm sorry for the trouble.
Mason will take some tissue out of one of his breast pockets and sort of like dab the blood off, and he'll say, "Well, blue sky is certainly something to behold. I don't blame you for coming out, but you should try to be careful. You know how some people are these days."
Yeah. Oh, here. She fishes in her purse and puts a metallic coin in your hand. Thank you. I should probably get back now. She says, do I need to Do I need to fill out any paperwork or anything?
Oh, I think you're all right.
Okay. She walks up the street. And Yang, what she put in your hand, your character is familiar with. It's store credit, if you will.
I'll put this with the others.
Nice.
Yeah.
The others, how many do you have?
Well, if he's like most Americans, he's probably got, a jar on his kitchen counter or in the bedroom where he just throws his loose change in. And
Yeah.
He's got the point cards. Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah, the Canadian nickel and the
The Canadian cord.
Chuck E. Cheese token
Yeah.
in there.
I actually found a 1 lira coin on the street yesterday.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah. All like 0.15 cents worth of money that it was, but
Wait, who still uses a lira?
Italy.
Greece?
Italy.
I
But
thought
like,
they were on the euro.
They are, but I mean there's still some currency kicking around.
they haven't all fully converted yet.
Yeah.
Still some old stuff.
Wave.
It's kind of like the penny nowadays.
Yes, he does. Gonzalo has his own money. All right. So she smiles wanly and waves and crosses the street against traffic. Don't walk. Yes, those things are still in those things are still in use.
If it works, don't.
Yeah.
It ain't broke.
Yeah, so she kind of dodges through traffic, a few angry horns and shouts, and then she's just kind of lost in the crowd of people.
Yeah, Jay's kind of pissed. This whole thing that somebody just gets beaten up just because they want to see the sky. Yeah.
All right, give me actually for Catherine, give me an empathy insight, please.
Okay. Empathy
Yes.
is a C, and insight is an A.
All right, so it's a D8 and a D12.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So yeah, the next 36 hours are entirely up to you guys and what you want to do. Jay, I forget. All right, you got a failure, so you've got a stress point. You have a stress point. Because that person should have acknowledged your authority, and she didn't. She just kept yapping and might have actually continued to injure that replicant. So you now have a stress point, and what that means is so let's go to stress effects. All right. So this is not a critical stress. This was a kind of a stressful situation that could have gotten ugly real fast. So it's 1. And remember, as a replicant, you can push your rolls. So if you'd wanted to, you could have pushed that.
Really? And push rolls?
Yes, replicants can push rolls.
Okay, because I'm still thinking from alien rules where the androids couldn't.
Yeah. All right, so give me if you basically want to work, what is so your souvenir? What is your souvenir? Your significant item?
She actually has a crappy old action figure from back in the day.
Okay, something from the 20th century or later than that.
Earlier 20th century, like maybe even the 80s.
Oh wow. Okay. So pre-World War Terminus action figure. Very nice.
Yeah.
All right. Then give me, let's see. So let's see. Make an insight roll. Make an insight roll. Failure of this roll does not add another stress. This is going to be empathy.
Okay. Empathy, insight. So both are C's because stat, of course. 1-6.
1-6. Okay, so you did get a success. So you just kind of take a deep breath and realize that it was a strength in numbers situation. And she just had a lot of adrenaline up. The situation was not going to devolve into a full-on anti-replicant riot or anything like that. So you kind of take a deep breath and you kind of feel that stress just sort of you go back and concentrate on your baselines. You concentrate on your baselines for a second, and now you can take that stress line off. You can take that stress off.
By the way, just for flavor, the action figure is the Marvel character Vision because he's artificial but still accepted as one of the team.
Oh, I like that. Excellent.
I got layers.
You got layers. I like it. Okay, so yeah, you think to yourself, what would Vision have said under these circumstances? And you just kind of feel the stressful moment pause. Is there anything you guys wish to do in the next few minutes before we continue on? How about Jay? Is there anything she wishes to do? And you did toss half your food, so if you want to get another bite to eat.
Yeah, I think I might want to get something to eat again.
All right.
And since it's either gym clothes or riot gear, probably there will be working out or rock climbing or some kind
of. Okay. And Yang, how about Mason Stone?
Well, he's going to go back with Jay, but first he's going to make a mental note of Dreams and the alley, like where this is. Like,
okay.
Note to
well,
self.
Dreams isn't down an alley. Dreams is on the street. It's very prominent. It's one of those things that is legal.
He is going to make a mental note. Might come in handy later.
Yeah, I mean you've got that you've got that that anodized purple coin. That's kind of heavy in your pocket. And how about Catherine Bright? What is she doing?
She'll throw her trash in the local receptacle and go with the group and maybe pick up like an ice cream cone or something.
Okay, yeah, there's there's a ice cream vendor. It's in brightly colored letters in many languages, it kind of cycles through the three neon signs. It's Cantonese, Spanish, and then English. And in English it says ice cream, it's milk. It literally has quotes on either side of milk. It's milk.
Sounds good to me. I'll get it dipped with peanuts on it.
All right. Yeah, and it's the peanuts are real. That's something sustainable, protein dense, and absolutely worth spending the farm space to grow. So yeah, peanuts, no problem. Alrighty, so you guys are enjoying your meal there on a sunny Los Angeles day. Once again, you have served and protected. And that is where we will go ahead and leave it for this week. And we will jump into the adventure proper next week with this new group of characters. So big thanks to Jason, to Yang, and to Kennick for joining us tonight. Sorry for the shorter session, but I like this system enough that it was that I wanted to build the characters in front of everybody. But even if we end like just have like a 5 or 6 session seasonette again, we will and create new characters for a third. Unless we switch systems to something else, I don't think we'll do an on-screen character build. We'll just jump in and introduce your characters. But we'll recap. I do see that Wave. I will answer that question in just a minute. But players, any questions before you guys retire to the green room?
No, not at all. Had a great time.
All righty.
Oh, that's great.
Yang, you good?
I am good.
All righty. Thank you all very much for gaming tonight, and we're going to wrap up this evening. I'm going to let's see. So a question from Kuchi. Scrolling. I think this is it here. All right, just finished an AD&D session tonight. Tonight at 8. A white drained a level 1 player to level 0. What happens to his HP and spells? A level 1 character who falls to the point of being a commoner is one of 2 things, and this is up to you. They are dead or they are gone and can no longer be an adventurer. They basically at that point they are they are just it damages them in such a way. It's a bit like having a stroke. It's a bit like suffering a serious head trauma. They cannot recover from it. They will never be able to advance again. Their spells gone. They're effectively no longer an adventurer. If you don't wish to rule that, but you want to make them level 0, I would say, they have to spend some time recovering. But I would just deem them at that point, it has shocked their system so that if they have enough hit points to remain alive, they can never be an adventuring class again. They're an NPC at that point. That is the way I would rule it. And so I hope that answers your question. You're quite welcome, Wave. All right, everybody. I am out of here. We roll on with the shorts McGorts throughout the rest of the weekend. And then on Monday, it's going to be 2 shorts a day and the live streams. And I'll talk to you guys on Monday about what you can expect to see for interstitial video stuff. And we're going to talk, of course, about our upcoming GWOC, Great Underground Online Gaming Convention. So be there for that. And it's too bad you won't live, but the owl bear won't let you. But then again, who does? Peace. Good night. Love you all. See you next Monday.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around. Some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle, way off course? Naked as a toad, all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to the show.